Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, hey, what's up? Hello, welcome to the family, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, hey, what's up? Hello, welcome to the family, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay guys, so today's video is really gonna be advice on school in general. And okay, so the main topics I will be touching on is advice on school in general, because I was gonna just do high school, but I didn't want to limit it to just high school. So yeah. And how I feel about school, and do I feel that it's safe being as though there's a pandemic and everything that's going on. So let's get into the video. Okay, so I'm gonna start with advice for school. Okay, so before I give y'all advice, I want to give y'all a little backstory about me and my experience with school. Coming up, like growing up, like elementary, middle school days, I was like, I didn't really care about school, and because I didn't care about school, I wasn't taking it serious. And yes, my grades reflected that, and I just felt like I went to school to like I always went to school and got in trouble. I wasn't going to school, and it's not that I was dumb, not that I was not smart or I didn't know. It's just the simple fact that that's not what I wanted to do, so I did. But as I got older, like come around like 6th going into 7th grade, I started to realize the pattern within myself, and I started realizing that like it was time for a change, because I didn't like the path that I was going down. I didn't want to see where it would lead me to, because it probably would have led to me dropping out. I really don't know. Glad I didn't go down that route though. But and then right when I realized that my mom had ended up changing my schools, and I had went to a private school so I went to a public charter school, and I went to a private school. And like right then and there, like after having that talk with the adults and stuff, and saying as though how it was like a family, like they really care about you, whereas in public charter schools or public schools, they really just don't care about you. They just pass to you. The behavior that I was doing, I shouldn't have passed the grades that I did, but thank God that I did. But yeah, so that right there mean as though I had the realization in myself, and my mom changed my school, so I knew, like at this point she was paying for my school, so I felt like it was only right. I changed I grew up, I actually get my work and stuff done. Don't get me wrong, I was getting my work done, but that wasn't my priority, which it should have been. So yeah, you know better, you do better. But I gave y'all that story to tell y'all that if you are feeling like that, or if you are in the same position, or like I can relate and learn from my mistakes. Take it from me that as long as it took for me to realize that, don't let that be you. Don't let that be you. Because like I said, if my mom probably wouldn't have changed my schools, like I could have realized it in myself. But being as though the environment that I was in and what I was so used to doing, I could have said that, and my actions would have showed that I was not matching up to what I was saying and what I wanted for myself. So me realizing that, and a change of environment, really got me to buckle down and get on my stuff. And ever since then, you've all been flourishing. Flourishing? Whatever. URISHING. I can't even pronounce it right. But yeah, I just feel like that was really a learning experience for me personally, and it just goes to show that school is not for everybody. Even though you may not want to, you may not, I say you don't want to, but you may not. And that change for myself helped me to do better. Whereas though it's not somebody else telling me to change. I'm not doing it for somebody else, but Okay, in the end, I ended up doing it for myself and doing it for others, but mainly for myself, for the success of myself. Because, and that's another thing that I'm gonna touch on. Do what makes you happy. Do what you feel is best in your heart. I'm not saying drop out. I'm not saying do any of that. But if you feel that is best within your heart, like, I'm not saying I condone it or anything, but if you feel that's what's best in your heart, that's what's gonna help you get to where you're going, then I would say, I wouldn't say drop out. I would definitely say finish school, as far as at least get to your 12th grade year. Because yes, I just feel like waste, but I just feel like you're being robbed at the fact that you go to school for 12 years consecutively, yet you're only going to receive a piece of paper. Now, that piece of paper does not tell whether you're smart, whether you're intelligent, whether you're not smart. It doesn't tell anything intellectually about you. It literally is a perspective from somebody else's opinion of you, if you are eligible for certain things and if you are not. Now, don't get me wrong, you do not have to have a degree to, is a degree? No, you do not have to have a degree or certificate or any type of paper to get to where you are going. But it is much harder for you to do that without that piece of paper, without that proof that you finished school, without that, like, because you're going to lack a lot of education that you should have learned in school, whereas though if you don't finish school. And I'm not saying that you can't be successful without it. I'm just saying it's going to be a lot harder for you to do that. Whereas if you just finish school, finish throughout, and, you know, then you decide if you want to go to college or not. Because college is not for everybody. I do not, first of all, me personally, I feel like you shouldn't have to pay for school in the first place. I don't care if that's college, I don't feel like you should pay for any school, because why do I have to pay you to teach me? That just, no. But I will say, take advantage of the opportunities that you do have as far as education, because understand, it wasn't always there. It was, you know, a lot of people didn't want us to have education. They didn't want us to learn anything. They didn't want us to, you know, like, but yeah, they didn't want you to learn the things that you learn. They don't want you to have an education. They don't want you, which is why it's harder when you don't have that piece of paper, that proof that you finished school, that you completed school, whatever. But yeah, I just don't feel that college is for everybody. And if you wholeheartedly feel like it's not for you, don't go. If you want to do it to make your parents proud, please make sure that it is something that you genuinely feel you should do. Don't just do it because you trying to make somebody else happy. Don't just do it because your parents want you to do this, or your whoever in your family or whoever you're doing it for wants you to do it. Do it for you, because at the end of the day, they could tell you to go through it, but they really only clapping for your achievements, for you know, for the awards that you get, for the compliments. They don't have to deal with that mental stress that you are putting on yourself while trying to do it for somebody else. If you do something for you, then you're passionate about it, then you love it more, then you can, you know, get creative with it. Whereas if you're doing it for somebody else, you're mentally draining yourself. You're seriously mentally draining yourself. On top of that, it's like you're dreading it. You don't really want to do it. You can't wait till it's over because you're doing it for somebody else. And don't let that be you. Don't ever live your life for anybody else. Don't ever do anything for anybody else just because, like, to make them happy. If they can't be happy with the decisions that you make, then that's on them. But do what makes you happy. Do what you feel is best. And that's that. Like, but that's my advice on school in general. But it was also a little life lesson too. But anywho, how do I feel about, what did I say? How do I feel? Oh yeah, how do I feel about the pandemic, and do I feel that it's safe to go back? First of all, in the beginning of the pandemic, I didn't feel like we were taking the proper precautions that needed to be taken. But at the end of the day, I can't really say that, because being as though none of us knew about it, not even the proper officials who are actually handling it, nobody knew about coronavirus. Nobody knew, you know, how to detect it, what it was. They barely even knew where it came from. They were just saying it came from all these different places. it was a lot. At first I felt like we wasn't, I just felt like we wasn't taking it as serious, and now I feel like, excuse me, now I feel like we are taking it a little bit more serious. We making progress, but we not quite there yet. At this point, I feel like we're rushing it. Yes, I understand we need to get back in school. Yes, I understand for some people that virtual learning is not for everybody. I understand that wholeheartedly, but understand the lives that you will be putting at risk by going back in that building. Schools were not made to social distance. How in the world are we going to social distance transitioning? You can't, first of all, you can't enforce, I'm not saying you can't enforce everybody to wear that mask, but everybody's not going to listen. You're going to have that student that wants to be rebellious, and it's just going to mess it up for everybody. On top of that, everybody don't wash their hands, and you still going back and forth to school, seeing the people that you see, to home, to back. Like, no, I just don't feel that it's safe. On top of that, vaccines take 5 to 10 years to make. The fact that we have one within a year, no. I don't trust it at all. Okay, so pro is you're for it. I'm against it. Me personally, well, I'm not gonna say I'm against it, but me personally, I don't feel that it's safe for me to take the vaccine. If you feel that it's gonna help you, it's gonna benefit you, like I said, do what makes you happy, do what you feel is best. But me personally, I'm not. No. But yeah, and that's really just how I feel like in school in this pandemic. I mean, it's a lot harder. But me personally, I have started my own business being at home. I could have started a business while in school too, but it just would have been a lot harder because I would have been focusing on school. I wouldn't have had as much time to focus on my business, and so I just feel like to each his own. But yeah, I just feel like if you are at home, I feel like it's safer for you. It's safer for you and your families because again, you going from school to work. I mean, what? Yeah, you going from home to all these different places. You're putting your family and whoever you live with at risk because you could very well have it and you not know that you have it, and then you give it to them, and then that just like it's a domino effect at that point because then you have to test everybody that person came in contact with. You got to notify them that so it's just a lot, and I just feel like it's safer at home. Excuse me. No, I don't have the vid. Don't play with me. But yeah, I just feel like it's safer at home. It's better for everybody. Then it's though you're safer in your own environment with the people that are around you versus you going to school and possibly catching it, or you possibly getting it to somebody else. And no, you don't have to, it doesn't have to just be COVID. It can be a lot of other things, and I'm sick of people acting like the only illness that they can detect is COVID at this point. Like, we don't have asthma, like people don't have allergies, like it's other underlying stuff too. Like, just because somebody sneezes don't mean they got the vid. Just because somebody cough don't mean, like but yeah, I just feel like it's better and safer at home because it's better to be safe than sorry. But that does sum up this video. I hope you guys have learned something. I hope that I have educated you more. I hope that I have made you feel more comfortable, made you feel, safe, educated you, or, thinking about, do you feel that it's safe? How do you feel about the pandemic? And, But that is the end of this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Share with your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sister, your cat, your dog. Share with everybody. Bye, guys. See you